Hello, Scorpio. This is your oracle reading for March 2025. I do things a little bit different. I don't memorize the meaning of the cards. Every time I play a card, it has a completely different meaning. Depends what comes through from the image and spirit. And the deck we're using today is Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, so let's see what's in store for you. The first card we have here is Breathe. I would guess most of you probably already have a spiritual practice, so it's a good idea to continue that, maybe expand it a little if you can. Like I don't see anything here to change your spiritual inclinations, just to keep going on the same path you're on. But see if you can work towards making advancement. Because it feels like you're like right on the cusp of advancing. You know, you're standing at the corner, and as soon as you choose a direction and walk, you're going to have an epiphany or gain a spiritual realization of some sort, and I think you're steadily making progress in that way. Okay, Spirit said to move on to the next card. So the next card we have here is Why. So look for the answers. I mean, Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, so we're usually pretty good at researching, finding information out, getting to the source of things. And so I'm. Oh, sorry, that's my cats fooling around in the background. So what I'm getting is, like, don't take things at face value, because there's so much junk out there on the internet and the world right now. And so research it. If so and so says this, then make sure that so and so is correct. And look into your own way of life. Make sure you're on the correct path. Like, be careful of your karma type of idea. You don't want to be doing things that are going to get yourself a lot of negative karma. You want to be doing things that are going to give you positive karma in the future, so that'll ripen and you can reap the rewards of that. And so if there's misinformation out there, you might be doing something, not realizing that, whoa, that's actually getting you a ton of negative karma. So make sure to really delve deeply and research things. If anything comes up, you think, oh, that doesn't quite sound right, definitely check, because it probably isn't. Because there's just so much information out there. So, delve and research and get to the bottom of things. I read a thing someone posted, and I thought, well, that doesn't sound right. And so then I went to look up the source that they had quoted, and then I read that source, and it was like from another source. Okay, so then I went to that source. I went all the way back to the very first source, and it was just something someone had made up on their blog. There was no truth to the matter whatsoever. Someone made it up on their blog, and it just got resourced from there. And so people, I mean, I think it was like 4 or 5 different steps of this resource, back to this, back to that, and I'm like, but just because it says, oh, it's a resource from something else, doesn't mean that's actually true or accurate. So really, really, really delve and make sure, because if you're backing anybody up. If you're making statements that you believe are true because someone said it but you didn't verify it, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt, right? So be really, really careful with that. Check, 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 check the facts. Okay, the next card we have here is Come to the Edge. So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to stand out on your own, to stand on the ledge and say, hey, you know what? This is what I believe. This is what I know is true. And if 100,000 people are doing something else and I'm the only one I know doing this, I'm going to still do this. Okay? Because they're leaving behind, it could be heart, whatever, rose petals, whatever, and it's falling down. And it's behind them. They're moving away from it. The many, right? So just watch out for that sort of mass hysterical thinking. If 100,000 people believe a lie, that doesn't mean they're correct, right? And you believe the truth, you're the only one, that doesn't mean you're incorrect. So be willing to take a stand and say, hey, you can all do the wrong thing. That's your issue. I'm doing the right thing. Okay. So don't be afraid to stand on your own, stand on your own 2 feet and say, yeah, I'm not going along with everybody else just because everybody else is going along with it, because I find anyway, it just seems like many people are just sheeple, right? They're just sheep. They just follow what anybody else is doing. They don't sit and think for themselves. They don't look into the background of things. They believe whatever comes up. And I mean, it could be someone that you trust that has said something or posted something, but that doesn't mean it's correct. And that doesn't mean that they're untrustworthy. They believe someone, and so on and so on. And so we have to make sure and be willing to say, well, you know what, that's not correct. And the original source is just someone made that up on their blog. There's absolutely no proof whatsoever to back that up. And be willing to point these things out. It may get a lot of people turning their back on you, trying to bully you or whatever. But those aren't good people, or they wouldn't be behaving that way. So don't worry about it. You're far, far better following your own path, following what you know is true on your own, than following the masses. Always be willing to stand up on your own and go, yep, if I'm the only person on the planet that is doing the correct or right or ethical or whatever thing, speaking the actual truth, I will be that one person. Okay? So be that, because the world needs you. Okay? The next card we have here is Poised. So you'll be able to stand tall, stand strong, and people will then look up to you because you're going to be moving up. So if you're doing the spiritual work, seeking out the truth, standing your ground, it'll benefit you in the end. Okay, it's going to greatly benefit you. You're going to make progress. You're going to rise up. You're going to be in a better place. And alone on the lily pad, water underneath, alone, right, on the platform, alone on the little floating island, alone on the pedestal. So you're above the masses. You're above the people that can't think for themselves, that aren't going to take the time to find the truth, that aren't willing to stand up for themselves when they do find the truth, okay? I'm not saying that you're better than others, but you're making more progress now. You're rising up beyond the mass hysteria, beyond what others are trying to push on you, and you're getting free, you're breaking free, you're going to do it. So keep the faith in yourself. You're on your way. You're making progress, okay? Don't worry about the masses. They're not even showing up. You can't even see them in the cards. They don't matter. Not in a way that should stop you from reaching your highest goals. In that way, they don't matter. They matter in that we need to have compassion for them and care for them, but not to fall for any lies or any crap, right? Okay? I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. I hope so. Anyway, that seems to be it for your reading. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so very much for watching.